If there is a word to sum up how last month has been, it would be this. Frustrating. Seriously. Not helped with how YouTube revenue operates, and it has left me with very little options. So I may have to make some tough decisions. Very tough decisions. This is Mega Man NG. Welcome to my monthly update for March 2023. I am in a binding predicament. Part of me wants your help, but another part just flat out doesn't want to. And I only say this because I don't want to be selfish. So if you want to get the lowdown, let's get this underway. February only has 28 days, so compared to most months, this came and went. Part of that month had me returning back from my trip to Ecuador. What follows was a complete smorgasbord of BS that it's utterly ridiculous. Here's the deal. My monthly update was a few days late, so much so that I had to put it up on Valentine's Day. Not only that, but I also started a playthrough of a game that I didn't think would be that good. Hi-Fi Rush. Seriously. The game was simply a mix of Devil May Cry, Guitar Hero, Rock Band, and in some ways, God Hand. Seriously, I loved Hi-Fi Rush, and I would love to thank two people for making it possible. My younger brother who gave me his Xbox Series X, and my best friend Tyler who gifted me 3 months of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. And yes, I will be putting my money towards it. I only wish that I can get a monitor that can make sure I can get back to making Xbox content. Also, I returned to Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. I'm doing it on hard, and like I mentioned already, it's frustrating. But that's only in the beginning. Currently, I'm at Chapter 19, and this game doesn't play around. Not only that, oh wait, let me update that. As of this video, as of March 1st, I just finished Chapter 23. And it's actually now becoming more enjoyable. Not only that, but I've leveled up units enough to make them stronger. In turn, it's making the journey worthwhile. Also keeping in mind, and this also means I have to raise up enough so they can be strong enough to deal with the Black Knight. And I mean Ike. Right now, he's about to hit level 11 and he's already capped in his strength and speed. That's going to be an even bigger pain in the ass. And yes, this is the only time I say this. But I promise to make sure I get it done so that I can move on to Fire Emblem 10 Radiant Dawn. I will have a talk over how that's going to go. Man, it's going to be a pain. I also started doing Kirby Return to Dreamland Deluxe. And as of today, the main game is finished. I still have to do the challenges so that way I can get 100% completion. Why? Because I already did the original Wii version, and it wouldn't be fair if I didn't do this. And yes, I plan to 100% it, as well as the additional content, such as extra mode, the challenges, the mini games, the arena, the true arena, and even Magolor's epilogue. It's going to be quite a ride, I tell you. Thank you, Nintendo, for making me do this game twice for the sake of improving my viewership. But this month was the least of my worries. Oh no, because my Roku TCL TV wouldn't recognize the Xbox Series X. Because of this, I had to pack it up for the time being. Funny enough, I got it to work on my laptop, my Xbox, I mean. That's actually hilarious. Hilarious, I know, but this means I will have to invest in a monitor. Something of under $100. But yeah, I'm going to be saving that till April. But that leads to another problem that I had to contend with. Case in point, my Seagate 2TB external HDD. I recently had a scare where the thing just kept flashing, but it wouldn't work. I had to disconnect it, wait a bit, connect it, and it's working again. And now I've discovered that the cable is acting up. But I know it's inevitable. So when that happens, I'm boned. Which is why this week, I'm going to get a new HDD. One that connects via USB-C. And once I do that, I'm going to be transferring everything. I need to have a contingency plan in place. I'll explain that in a bit. In terms of what's to come for March, I don't have the right words for what's going to happen. The thing is, I currently own a lot of games, meaning I have a lot to work with. Unfortunately, things aren't as they seem. Case in point, what I've told you guys earlier. I'm in need of a new monitor. I need to get a new external HDD for the sake of storing my completed content. It's madness. Oh wait, I forgot the Nintendo eShop for 3DS and Wii U are going to shut down in exactly 26 days? Yeah. March 27th of this year. And yet Nintendo then announced that in 2024, they'll be taking whatever you have on the Nintendo Network account and merging it with the current My Nintendo eShop account. This is blasphemous, but at the same time, these guys are stubborn. And it's worse off when you know that revenue in the early months of the year is just bad. Very bad. So yeah, I'm in a serious predicament right now. I missed out on covering Fire Emblem Engaged. I also missed out on Metroid Prime Remastered. I'm probably going to miss out on Bayonetta Origins. But here's the thing. Once a game is released, it's not going anywhere. You have all the time in the world to get it and to cover it. But when it comes to more important things, you don't have the luxury. You have to do what you can if you want to continue your work. That is what I have to contend with, unfortunately, as a content creator. So I'm pretty much going to take this on a day-by-day basis. Made better is that I have a Mega account that I use for archival stuff. If push comes to shove, I may just buy an external HDD and simply move all my stuff there, which is what I'm going to do. Should that happen, I will have to hold off on Bayonetta Origins. I truthfully now have a lot of regret with the decisions that I made over the past few months. And it's now coming to, like I said, bite me in the ass. If you want to know what I have planned, I will be continuing Path of Radiance. I will be getting it done, and when I do, I'll be shifting my focus to Fire Emblem 10 Radiant Dawn. Also, I will be doing the Dragon Quest games. The reason for that is a no-brainer. I want to work on a retrospective for the Dragon Quest series. I don't know if it'll involve the spin-offs, but my focus is going to mostly be on the main entries. And something like that will take a lot of time, and I do mean a lot. Just saying. One more thing. I may miss out on Bayonetta Origins and Metroid Prime Remastered. Why? Because there are much bigger things to worry about. I already told you I'm getting an external HDD this week, and I should hopefully receive it, so when I do, I will hopefully begin work on transferring everything from one to the other. I may also have to get a replacement cable too. I just had another scare as well, and I'd rather not want to risk losing all my hard work and progress. If you know, then yeah. It's not going to be easy. It just isn't. I hope you can understand, because it's not like there's anyone that can magically send me the money needed. I should mention that I'm not DSP, and I have no intention to be like him. I like being me. Also, I should mention, April will be devoted towards the Battle Network Collection and Advance Wars Reboot Camp. We waited long enough. Stay tuned for that in the April update. Since my mom is basically recovering from an operation she had, it means I'm now going to have to put more emphasis on a bit of streaming. Sometimes it'll be of Overwatch 2 with friends or solo, and other times it'll be of other games. Case of point, I decided to do a stream of Like a Dragon-ition. Why? Special thanks to Sega. I only wish they provided me codes for Persona 3 Portable and Persona 4 Golden. If they did that, I'd put all my time towards them instead. So yeah, I'm going to let you guys know that streaming will be returning. It's not a matter of if it'll happen, it's when. Like I said, sometimes it's Overwatch 2 with friends, and other times it's something else. I will update you guys whenever possible. If you guys are wondering, today is March 1st, 2023. Basically, there are now 26 days left before the eShop for the 3DS and Wii U go away. I'm pretty serious. If you're also wondering, Fire Emblem Fates, along with all of its downloadable content, is gone. Nintendo has officially delisted it. I don't know why they would do this, but since Nintendo doesn't want to keep their service anymore, it's obvious piracy is going to reach at an all-time high. Why do you think people are modding their 3DS handhelds? So they can have access to the games that they want to play and then some. I will most likely do the same. Same for the Nintendo Wii U, but with me, I'm going to be getting whatever games I can get before they go down. For anyone wondering, I have two reasons. The first is to plan to do playthroughs of games that I hopefully will cover on YouTube. You want me to list a few examples? Okay then. Super Mario Galaxy 2, Pandora's Tower, Super Paper Mario, Wario Land Shake It, Zack and Wiki, Phantom Hourglass, Spirit Tracks, and many Kirby games that are on the DS. If Metroid Prime Hunters is any indication, which I did, there you go. The same can be said for any 3DS games I'll get too, and it relates to the second reason. The second reason is Loopy's capture board for the new 3DS XL. Yes, seriously. As of this update, they're sold out now, and I plan to invest in one so that way I can be able to get my new 3DS XL installed with one. When I do, it means I will be returning to doing 3DS games again. I haven't done 3DS games since Pokemon Ultra Sun, and to be honest, I want to actually start doing the Dragon Quest handheld games. It's all part of my plan to do an entire retrospective on the series. I'll explain that in part 5, but these are my reasons for why I'm doing it. If you want to help, the link's in the description below, but you have until March 13th. My goal is just $100 because as of this video right now, I currently have $242 on my eShop account, and I'll be putting a lot of my money into this. Want to know how much? I'd rather not want to say. A lot. We're halfway there. Basically, shoutouts to a person named Joshua who donated $50, and we're basically halfway there. Once we hit the goal, I'll close it up so that I go all in. Just please make sure you follow the instructions. Why? Because it makes it easier for me. And I'm going to be spending everything I can, and it's all for the sake of future YouTube coverage. And there are a lot. Don't take my word for it. Believe me, I have a lot of plans for this year. And with the games that I have, and hopefully what I will get, I have a lot to work with. I honestly like doing older games than the new, with some exceptions. So, if you want to help out, links in the description below. We're already halfway there. We just only need $50 and boom, we're done. That's it. Besides, I'm putting all my money into it, so why not? As I said in Chapter 4, one of my plans in doing 3DS games again would be the Dragon Quest series. And I want to focus on the main stuff. Some of the others, like the spin-offs, will require me to get my hands on said games, and some are rarer to get than others, especially imports. It's going to be rough. This will also mean that I have to brainstorm not just the series, but its history with the company Enix, dating back to the 1970s and 80s. It's going to be tough, but hey, it means something. One of the reasons why I want to try my luck on doing a retrospective of the series is mostly due to the fact that various YouTubers have done retrospectives on games either they enjoy or games that they want to dissect for the sake of understanding. I'll list you a few examples. You have Mr. Gentleman with his History of RPG series, Double RPG Reviews Final Fantasy retrospective, Shane Brain's Fire Emblem retrospective, Nam's Compendium and his series of videos, King K and his retrospectives, Brando SP and his series of videos, The Great Clement and his Clement Remembers Final Fantasy series, and Andrew Blewett's retrospective videos on the Final Fantasy series. These are just a few that, as I know, many others have done retrospectives on gaming. It's not just limited to gaming, but also comic books, movies, you name it. I want to try my luck. I know it won't be the best, but I got to do what I can. I have my work cut out for me since, don't expect a release date for it. This will either be like a written format or video-based. I've honestly never done this before, but I have to try something at least. I'm not looking forward to this real talk. Why? Because I never talk about these things. Yeah, my real talk is on depression and the lack of human empathy. I made this as a community post, but I may as well make this video straight out. Yeah, you guys know I have depression. And the 2020 pandemic thing did not help matters at all. It didn't, because all that did was accelerate to the point where my emotion levels are very unstable. I'm not kidding. It's not bad to the point where it reached, well, you get the idea. I can't say it for fear of getting it demonetized, but the point is that all it did was made me feel really crappy. It made me feel useless, and even now I still feel the effects. 3 years later, the effects are still strong. I've been seeing a psychiatrist, but we'll have to see how this plays out. Even as I write this, I'm having a hard time trying to hold myself together. Now I'm doing good. I'm okay. So before I continue, let me make my statement, knowing that there will be someone that'll be asking this. So you're probably going to ask the question, why do I keep doing this? Why do I keep making videos on YouTube? Why do I keep doing what I love, knowing that I won't amount to anything, to anybody? Why do I keep doing it, knowing that I'll never succeed in becoming a celebrity content creator? And thing is, I truthfully, honestly don't want that. I don't want to be a famous celebrity where one mistake can ruin everything. I want to be me. So, do you want to know why? I know I answered this before, but I may as well just say it. I do this so that none of you watching this video would have to suffer what I have to go through. Like I said, I have depression, and it's teetering to the point where I can't even say it. I put much of my own time towards recording, editing, and uploading. It's more or less something to keep it from going up. Just saying. Some people say that they think it's easy, right? It's not, especially when you're doing it for much of your life. Been doing this since I was 21 years old. If it were anything else, I would have already had a job and everything. I have someone in my life who is my reason for living. I have dear friends that support me. I have family that support what I do. All I want personally is for my depression levels to lower down. I do not say this out of desperation. I say it because I want you guys to be aware of the creators responsible for videos that you see on YouTube. I could be talking out of my butt, but writing this was not the easiest thing to do. Believe me, I know. I'm on my 5th page right now on this script. Did I forget to mention that these updates are scripted? Yeah, I'm just letting you know that. Back on topic. The fact that we live in a world where humanity has lost its empathy. Sheesh, I don't even have the right words. All I see every day on this internet is negativity. And you know what they say? No publicity is bad publicity, or is it something else? I'm trying to remember. What is it? Like I said, all I see every day on this internet is negativity, and it can range too, with the most recent being the whole mess regarding Hogwarts Legacy. Yes, I'm mentioning it again. But the point is that this world has become too full of negativity, and I hate that. Made worse is that I hear that content creators, some of them turn out to be horrible people. Even now I see this. I see it all the time. And my first thought is this: why do they have to be so bad? I want to ask that. Seriously. Whatever happened to being a good person inside and out? Whatever happened to not being a dick? Whatever happened to kindness, respect, sympathy? Seriously, I see this on no end, and in my opinion, one of the biggest is DSP, but there are much worse, and that guy is the very definition on how not to be a good person. This is the second time I said this. I can go on, but I won't. There are videos about that. Seriously, what I will say is that this piece of filth is driven by greed, and by this point, why hasn't YouTube blacklisted him? I'll never know. This is how you don't be a decent human being. It's not just limited to the internet, but also the real world. I mean, what happened? That's what I want to know. Even as I write this, I feel that all of this is just sad. I know that there are people that are good at heart, but good luck trying to find it, because all of it is just messed up. It still is. Overall, our world is just screwed up. Simply screwed up, and I wish that we as a species should change for the better. Those who fail to learn from history will be forever doomed to repeat it. So yeah, I'm sorry that this gone on too long. Depression is something that I don't think many would understand. I mention this because I want to let you know what goes on with me. I never want to do something like this, but recently I was in a depressed slump, and all it did was make me feel bad. I actually broke down in tears, and it hurt. It really did. To anyone who has made it this far and not decided to complain at me about it, you have my thanks. Seriously, thank you. It shows that you not only care for what I do, but also that you are a humble human being. I only wish that we as a species can be better. Like Kratos said in God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok, don't be sorry, be better. That's all I ask. That's all I truthfully want as a person, and as part of a species that is absolutely self-destructive. So yeah, I'm sorry that this took so long. Depression is a pain that just won't go away, and even as I write this, all it's doing is dictating my actions. If you made it this far, thanks. It helps me a lot. Plus, it also gives me a reason to keep doing this, even though deep down I truthfully dislike it. I only wish I had more help with this, but I guess beggars can't be choosers. But anyway, if you enjoyed this, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button, the like button. It means a lot. If you enjoyed my content, please be sure to do these 5 simple things. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and click the bell. That way, you'll know what I'll upload next. Not to mention that if you want to support this channel, please consider becoming a channel member by hitting that join button. It's not mandatory, but it's very appreciative if you did. I also have a Ko-fi, but I still have to work on that. I'll let you guys know. I already am swamped with work, and it's not helping matters, trust me. March is going to devote to more Path of Radiance, Kirby, and Overwatch Play of the Game highlights. Yes, I'm adding that in, and I wish more people got to see it because viewership for it is bad. So yeah, I'm done, finally. This is Mega Man NG signing off. Peace out. All this is going to need me more therapy.